knew this was happening, but it is really interesting to just hear it.
There, I'm trying to report my kid is not able to get into the library. They are bombarding him and not allowing him to get into the library, citing the need for some wristbands. Did UCLA issue wristbands to people?
I don't have any information on that if they did.
Okay, so what should he do? Because he can't enter the library, he can't enter his classes.
So whoever he's speaking to right there that's saying that they need wristbands, is he not able to ask them any information?
They said...
Those are the protesters.
They said because he's Jewish, he cannot enter
That's
that
racist.
area, and that they won't issue him a wristband.
So that wasn't a university thing. That's probably the protesters that are out there.
And remind me, if there was any type of protest on, the other side in the past 8 or 9 years, how was that treated?
Right. So are the protesters allowed to not allow a student who pays tuition access to their class in the library?
No, they're not allowed, but unfortunately they have kind of taken over that little area right there.
So that means, yes, they are allowed.
But is there any other entrance that your son can enter through?
Oh, you can go in the back door. Jew.
No, they are barricading every area for him to get into. And with all due respect, why is that even tolerated? Like, why should a Jewish kid have to go to another entrance?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I'm going to say it's tolerated, but unfortunately the police are not intervening with that right now.
You might not want to say that it's not being being tolerated, but it is.
And this is coming from the university, so if you had any questions or concern, you would take it with the university itself.
So the university has taken a stance that they will not, in fact, allow or help Jewish students get to their classes.
Yep.
That this is going to be tolerated.
Now, the interesting thing is, 8-9 years ago, I would have said, hey, you know what? This is their campus, and the students should have the freedom to protest in any way they see fit. But of course, that's not how college campuses have worked, and so we can't have special rules for special issues now, can we?
They have. We've received a directive to not intervene at this time, yes.
And at what point, have they given a directive to you at what point you should intervene?
Nope.
As far as right now, no.
Okay. Is there anything we can do as concerned parents about...
I would suggest contacting the chancellor's office or higher.
So I did pause it here to get the phone number out. I'm not trying to dox anybody. They did put the phone number, but I'm cutting that out.
Up in the university. With your concerns, I do have a phone number, but I don't know if they're going to answer, if they're going to have a different answer, but I can give you a phone number.
Yeah, could you give me that number?
310. 825. 2563, and you can
So again, I just cut out the number. I don't really want, a whole thing. I just want to share that this is happening.
Ask your questions and express your concerns there and see if they have an answer for you.
Okay, lastly, just so I know, at what point does UCPD get involved? Because if my child's safety...
So if your son needs police assistance, and he can contact us.
So peep this. If he needs police assistance, he can contact. Okay, so...
I'm calling and saying he needs police assistance to get into his class, that people aren't letting him into his class.
We're not...
Oh, so they're going to handle that, right?
Forcing them to move out of the area. That's what... If he needs... Like, if he's getting attacked or he has a police concern, then yes. But the fact that it's just locked off, they're not intervening with that right now.
So...
And obviously, the girl on the phone, I'm sure it's just some student who works in the front office, but the fact is, she is representing UCLA.
If he physically gets attacked, at that point, we should contact you.
Yep, that's what you're saying.
The entrances.
So you're allowing the protesters to block the Jewish students from going?
I'm not allowing it.
Yes.
The school is saying that they will not be...
Okay, fair enough. UCLA is allowing students to block buildings based on whether or not you're Jewish.
Removed at this time.
Okay. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
This is insane. Now, I'm glad that this is not something that is really spilling out into the rest of American culture. This is a very online thing, but it is extremely interesting to see how this cannibalistic ideology finally is coming to a head, and the quote-unquote woke side. There is no woke side. They're both woke. They're all woke. Wokeness is cannibalistic. Enjoy.